Right. Great day, everybody. Look, it's springtime. Can y'all tell I have on my yellow, my polka dots? I'm like, I know it's a little chilly today, but it didn't matter, Terrence. Okay. I'm like, I'm going to give them some spring today. Okay.
I got my
So,
pastels.
okay, look, right, you got the memo. Pastels are good. So look, everybody, welcome to Commerce Convo. I am Kathy Hood, Vice VP of Marketing and Events for the Greater South Fulton Chamber of Commerce. And so Commerce Convo is something that has been birthed inside of the chamber, and we absolutely love it. Where we invite members to the platform to just chit chat a little bit about commerce, business, whatever we want to talk about. So today, guys, I'm excited that we have Terrence Albritton, and he is with Truist. But guess what? I'm going to let him introduce himself to you all. But again, thank you so much, Terrence, for joining us this morning. And I'm excited about our conversation this morning.
Yep. So I'm Terrence Albritton. I'm with the Small Business Direct team at Truist. I've been here 10 plus years, and every day my sole focus and job is to make sure small business owners have what they need from capital, whether it's protection through insurance. My goal in my job is to let me worry about the finances of the business while you focus on running the business.
That is awesome. That's awesome. So, I've been learning a lot about here lately about things that I really never knew about. As far as concerning insurance and just different things within about small businesses. And but anyway, we started our small business academy with Truist this month, last month actually. And guys, we had Terrence on, and he just blew us away with all the information that he shared with us. And so I wanted to bring him back one on one. So we were sharing him with everybody else. So we wanted to bring you back one on one and just ask the question of like, what should a small business particularly, what is one of the most important things that you discussed with us during that time? Like the one place that a small business should start, the most important thing since the pandemic hit, everybody, everything is different for even large companies. So, but what is the number one thing that a small business should be, concerned about, taking care of first?
Really look at the primary source of your revenue and understand what the economy is and where the economy is going. And so here's why I say that. So what the pandemic showed a lot of businesses is that they don't need as much office space as they once thought they did.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is how it caused an issue on the back end. So while the government issued uh, moratoriums and not allowing people to be evicted and things of that nature, those businesses that own those commercial loans on that real estate still was having to pay those loans.
Wow.
And so if you have a business model where your business is uh, based on rental income, lease income, or if you got an income producing property, you might want to diversify your income, because I don't know if you've been paying attention, but there are a lot of banks now that are no longer doing loans if you have real estate that is income producing. Now, that is huge. So think about the strip malls or people who own buildings and have tenants in it.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, those were opportunities banks would jump at,
Right.
because you can show those lease agreements that's multi-year. We can count that rent roll in your cash flow. Now the banks are saying if you receive any kind of rental income or lease income, then we can't lend to you. And
Wow.
so when you think about where the economy is going, you really got to make sure that your revenue is diversified, because during the pandemic, the businesses that suffered were businesses that were not necessities.
Mm.
So nonprofits suffered, real estate suffered. What did well? Food, things that are necessities. Those things continue to do well. So from a business owner, especially if you're a small business starting out, you want to make sure that you have a business model and a revenue source that will not be impacted in light of what the economy is or is not doing. And
Wow.
the so that is a very key in Chris. I mean, that is very key right now, and making sure that you're in a area in a vertical market that will not be touched by the economy.
That is wild. Okay. So, you touched a couple of things like people don't want to go to work. They don't want to go back into the office anymore. So they realizing that they don't need that office space. That has been eye opening for a lot of people. And then secondly, when you're talking about diversifying your revenue. So, what do you suggest them to do? Is to maybe get with their tax preparer or their accountant or their CPA and go over, what that looks like, and because a lot of people, as it may be a little shocking to say or for people to think that, but a lot of people still don't know business. They don't know how to do business. And just because
Right,
you
and
own a
so
business, don't mean you know how to
don't,
do business.
don't mean you know what you do. And so it's interesting because when you think about a role like I'm in, that's technically a sales role. Typically, people pick up the phone to try to drum up business when they're slow, which is the wrong time
Mm.
because most businesses have a sales cycle where it may take you 3 to 4 months to land that piece of business. And so, what you have to be doing is when you are busy, that is when you need to call the most. So, by the time you work through your current workload, your sales cycle will be coming for that other
Oh, that's
business.
good.
And so you have to always be focused on generating revenue. A lot of people will stop marketing, stop advertising when they feel like they're getting overwhelmed or the business is flowing. But it's like, no, because there's sales cycle, there's seasonality to business. And so you have to constantly always be pursuing new business, new opportunities, new marketing efforts. And so for a lot of people, it's just, if 1 to 2 contracts are the source of 75% of your business,
Hmm.
then you you one opportunity away from losing that. Think about it. Give you a real life example. Um, FedEx just lost the contract for USPS.
Hmm.
They just moved it to They just moved it to UPS for their freight delivery.
Okay.
You know how huge that
Yeah,
is? That is
that is
huge. Like,
gigantic.
you can't lose a contract like that. But the flip side of it, as a business model, you can't have your business set up to where one contract can make or break your
Right,
existence.
right. I love what you
And so
said.
you have to really
Go
be
ahead. I'm sorry.
you have to really be on the forefront
Yeah.
of it.
So I love what you said about, when things are on fire, just keep the fire burning. You know what I'm saying? With your sales and your marketing. Excuse me. And that's one of the things, me and my bestie, we are always talking about, and I've learned a long time ago that the missing line item is marketing, right? And so, when you're hot, you need to be showing people how hot you are, consistently, putting the information out there. So we want to do some things on sales and marketing, going forward. But definitely, I mean, even what you just said was just important for businesses to hear because they are excited about the two big contracts that they have, right? But again, when you're in relationship, unless you just the bomb.com, you know what I'm saying? Somebody can slip in there and give a better price for the services that we're.
Yeah, because think about it. If you have that business and you had it for a certain amount of time and you can count on that income, then you've built your business around receiving that revenue
Mm-hmm.
every year. What happens when you lose it all of a sudden? And so it just really puts you in a position where you really have to try to figure out ways to diversify your revenue, look for other revenue streams. When you think about the economy, you got to be able to project like, okay, how can I figure out a way to take advantage of what's about to happen? So we know it's going to be a lot of real estate that's going to be open. So do I need to be cash heavy right now so I can be able to grab some of that real estate to just sit on it for when the market turns? And so you just have to really be kind of forward thinking with how you do it. And then the other part about it is right now, you have to improve your personal credit.
Mm.
You have to improve your personal credit. In this banking environment, in this lending environment, banks are going away from not requiring personal
Wow.
guarantees.
Okay.
Because as a bank, without the personal guarantee, you got an LLC and your loan default, okay, you can close that company, recreate a whole new LLC, and keep going. But the bank is left
Yeah.
holding the bag. And so you have people say, well, I don't want to have to put my name on it. And I'm like, okay, I get it. But you want me to take all the risk as the bank and you take
Right.
none of it?
Right.
You know? And so a lot of people think, okay, well, I just need to focus on my business credit. No, we use your personal credit as an indicator of how you'll handle the
Wow.
business credit. So if your personal credit is where it needs to be, you can get business credit.
Okay, look, but you know what? Some people, yeah, they do. They want everybody else to take all the responsibility, and they take none. That to them. That's
Listen,
a
I tell
beautiful
people,
life, huh?
hey, a bank is a for-profit institution.
Understand?
And my pension is there, so I need those loans paid.
Wow. So, okay, well, just for us wrapping it up, we want to do the next small business academy is going to be on sales and marketing, or I'm sure sales is going to come up. And so we would love for you to share it with some of your clients and just different, whoever you could think of, your network or whatever. And so for the
Yeah,
next business
I
academy.
would definitely pass the
Okay.
word out. I definitely pass the
Awesome.
word out.
So this was so cool. This is cool. I always love talking to you. We don't see each other much, but when we do, it's always very electric and impactful. We walk off like,
Yes.
yeah, this was good. But as usual, this was good, Terrence. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for
Oh yeah,
considering me.
no. Look, after that last, because I really didn't know what it was that you did for the bank. I just knew you were with the bank, right? And so after that, I told Dr. Lisa, yes, we got to have Terrence on CommerceConvo. So that would be ideal. And so this was awesome. And so don't think we won't be calling on you for anything else, because I think we do have a couple more things coming up that we're gonna be reaching out.
I'll be right
Awesome.
there. I'll be right
Awesome.
there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And again, thank you everybody for joining us for the Greater South Fulton Chamber of Commerce's Commerce Convo. And we guys will see you all next week.